Are you tired of doing the same old thing and expecting different results? That, my friends, is the definition of insanity. And today we're going to talk about fitness redesigned. So let's slow down a little bit. Put your earbuds in. Maybe grab pen and paper. I want you to listen with your heart today. I want you to think about all the things that you've been taught for the last 30, 40 years or more when it comes to fitness and health. And I want you to tell you, it ain't working. The world is more unhealthy than it's ever been. It's more sedentary than it's ever been. It's more unhappy than it's ever been. And it is ultimately time for a redesign, a reshaping of fitness. It truly is. Our team at Dayball Coaching comes with a mission to build a world where positivity, community, and health thrive while unhappiness is eliminated. None of those things are norms or the norms in health and wellness. I just got off a call. And of course, the woman on the other end is just telling me about all this new gym that's coming to town. It's $10 a month. I'm like, if you use it, it is worth every single penny. But they know you're not going to use it. You may be sitting there and go, I use it. That's right. You're an outlier. You're a statistical outlier if you use it. Kudos, more power to you. But most people don't. And they overpromise and underdeliver. And the only time you're going to hear from a traditional gym is when your credit card gets declined. But when you come into a community with a mission to build positivity, community, and health, and ultimately eliminate unhappiness, we're going to be fully connected and rooted in it. That's why we believe it's time to redesign fitness, allowing you to unstuck yourself. What does unstuck mean? Maybe you've been to the gym before and you've been intimidated by the guys at the squat rack. Maybe you went to Weight Watchers and you were too afraid to speak up. Maybe you bought South Beach Diet. And the South Beach Diet, the first book says, now that you've gorged on everything. And you started with the greatest of intentions. We all start out with the greatest of intentions. This is the time. This is the time I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna be successful. But what typically happens when we start out with the utmost belief that we're gonna be successful in whatever our mission, vision, and purpose is. And then life happens and you just feel like you're hitting that wall. Then we get into a trough where we don't see any growth. We don't know, right? But remember that when you're building a statue, it's not the first or it's hammer strike that creates the statue. It's blow after blow after blow. So anyway, you're in the trough and then you quit. And then time passes, you come back and you're going to start again with the utmost optimism. And then you get the trough, then you quit and you just go up and down and up and down. Well, it's time to get out of that vicious cycle. It is time to surround yourself with dreamers, believers, and doers. People that are going to motivate you, inspire you. That is so much more than physical fitness. This is where we believe that we can cultivate positivity, community, and health while eliminating unhappiness. And six core concepts where we're talking about nourishing your body, how to fuel your body, how to eat food in the least processed way. Between the last couple years, I've been blessed to spend about 30 some days in Europe. And what I've seen there, I understand each country is much, much smaller probably than the state you live in, unless you're seeing me from Rhode Island. But I reside most of the time in the state of Texas. So food comes from many, many, many miles away. But they're eating locally sourced food and with less chemicals, and it fuels their body. They're not primarily going to eat fast food because it's quick and it's easy. But it's going to lead to disease. You're either feeding the disease or curing the disease. So we're going to talk about how to nourish your body. Not counting macros. Who the fuck wants to count macros the rest of their life? I don't. I want to put real food on my plate. I want to put my veggies in the prominent position. So imagine splitting your plate in half. I want you to put half of your plate covered in vegetables. I want you to take that second half and split it in half, make it quarters, and put your protein and your starch, and do that more times than not, and you'll be doing pretty well without counting a damn thing. And here's the deal. If you eat real food, you don't have to count jack crap. Let me say that again. If you eat real food, you don't have to count shit. You just have to eat and fuel your body and nurture your body. That's it. That's it. Hey, I'm going to run at the bottom here. Do me a favor. We're on a mission right now to have 1,000 subscribers. That's our first big goal, right? At the shooting of this video, we're hit over 200. We're up about 50 subscribers in the past month or so. So if you've liked, shared, commented, viewed, thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of our heart, our team thanks you. So please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. If anything you hear today, see today, motivates you, empowers you, inspires you, share, comment. We will have a two-way conversation. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Nourish your body. Again, if you nourish your body, you don't have to count crap. That's it. You just have to fuel your body. Because our mission, vision, and purpose, when it comes to unstucking yourself, most of what we're talking about is when you have that mindset, probably 40 or above. You've lived, you've tried, you think you failed, and now you realize it doesn't matter how fast I get to first base. What matters is that I can play with my kids. What matters is that I can get off the floor. What matters is that I can climb a mountain. What matters is that I can dance on my wedding anniversary. What matters is that I can be, do, and have what I want without thinking about my physical health. So, nourish your body. Move with purpose. One of the big issues we have in most American cities is we don't move with purpose. We go to the track and we go on an oval 400 meters. The purpose is to get healthy, but it's boring. We're not getting up. We're not walking to the schools. We're not walking to the public spaces. We're not walking to connect with our friends. We're not doing that. So to move with purpose, we're going to challenge you to park in the spot farthest away at the grocery store, the hardware store, and at work. We're going to challenge you to take the stairs as much as possible. We're going to challenge you to find ways to move your body that maybe aren't the norm. When I ran 2 different hospital-based wellness centers, they were 2 and 3 stories apiece. And every now and then I'd be standing by the elevator, and almost every single person that saw me when I was by the elevator would take the stairs. So I told both CEOs of those hospitals, if you want to reduce your healthcare costs, put myself or one of my staff by the elevator, and most people will take the stairs. Move with purpose. Find ways to move. Here's one. Here's a way to move with purpose that will not cost you a dime. What if the next time you go to your local grocery store or farmer's market, you walk around the market 1 to 10 times before you buy anything? You're already there. Nobody's going to stop you from doing it. You can take that same thing the next time you've got to go buy something at the hardware store. Walk around that big warehouse over and over and over and over. The first time I told somebody to do that at the grocery store, she said, well, now I'm hungry. And then I said, we'll go to the big warehouse, hardware stores. And she said, well, now I want to redo my kitchen. So it's give and take, right? It's give and take. We're going to talk about in Fitness Redesigned, cultivating connection, building deep-suited relationships, a foot wide and a mile deep. In our virtual world of Dane Boyle coaching, where we help everybody get unstuck, we build real life connections. And then up to 4 times a year, we build opportunities to connect in person. We've had retreats in San Antonio, Texas, Mexico City, Mexico, Florence, Italy, Boise, Idaho, and the list goes on. So stay tuned. Fitness Redesigned. So the idea is to do it, to nourish your body, move with purpose, and cultivate those connections in your hometown. But then have people globally that are trying to do the same thing you do. So it's interesting. In our world, most of us are doing these things already or now doing them. And oftentimes when we put things out into the cyber world, like, I already do that, which is phenomenal. Continue doing it. Now make somebody join. You can't make them. Invite them to have you join. Invite them to join you. When 67% of the American population is obese or overweight, the majority of people aren't doing it, and 1/3 of the children are the same. The biggest risk to our national defense is obesity, because young men and women today can't pass the PT test or the weight standards to enlist in the military. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. So again, we're going to nourish our body without having to count, jack, squat, because we're going to eat food in the least processed way. We're going to determine and how to move with purpose and intention. Even to the point where if you go to a conference, can you park at the parking garage down the street and get some steps in? Oh, you wear nice shoes, high heels, put them in your backpack, put your sneakers on, and change when you get in. We always will have an answer. Cultivate those deep-rooted connections. And right now, hit pause and send a text and tell somebody you're thinking of them and expect nothing in return. Build those connections. Look, there may be songs out there. There may be a culture out there that tells you can sleep when you die. But all the recovery happens with rest. You can make better, conscious decisions that serve you better with proper rest. All the healing comes when you get that 6 to 8 hours of uninterrupted rest. If you don't have a routine, let's talk about how to cultivate a routine to make sure you get the rest you need. Discover or find your purpose and passion. Many of us in America talk work, retire, sit and go, do whatever it is. Go play golf, go fishing, travel the world. Well, I want to travel the world while I'm vibrant and alive, not just the last X number of years of my life, but each of us must have a purpose and a passion. We must know why we get up. The alarm clock is going to remind you when to get up and will not tell you why. So what is your calling? What's going to get you out of bed each and every day like a child on Christmas morning? Do you know? Do you know? One of my passions and purpose is my mission. And to go all the way back to the beginning of the show, our mission at Dainville Coaching is to help create a world where positivity, community, and health thrive and eliminating unhappiness. That alone gets me out of bed every day knowing that I have a purpose and passion to make my corner of the world, our collective corner of the world, healthier, happier, more connected, and less unhappy. Think about how awesome that is. Foster a spirit of gratitude. So if you haven't gotten hold of our 5-day gratitude challenge, go find it in the playlist. You don't necessarily have to do it in order. But one of my favorite parts of the gratitude challenge is being grateful for what you have today and what you will have in the future. So I'm grateful for you being here and listening today. I'm grateful for every comment, like, and share. I'm grateful for every subscriber that is here. I'm also grateful for every future subscriber. Every future like, comment, share. Every person that I have the blessing to do a one-on-one call with to see if unstucking yourself and become a trailblazer and taking these 6 lessons that I'm talking about today into their world and knowing you don't have to be perfect and I don't expect you to be perfect and none of us expect you to be perfect. We just expect you to try. We expect you to show up. We expect you to work on fostering a spirit of gratitude. Every day, working and leaning into finding your purpose and passion. Getting rest so you can find and develop your purpose and passion, so you can foster an attitude of gratitude, so you can build and cultivate those relationships, so you can move with purpose, so you can nourish your body. You realize what a blessing it is really to try to be losing weight when for most of the time we harvested it during harvest season. We tried not to freaking die during the winter. Think about that for a moment. Now we have so much abundance. We have body fat that's really there to protect us when we don't have the food we need. So I want to ask you, do you believe in the mission, vision, and purpose of redesigning fitness and stop doing the same shit and expecting different results? Because unstucking yourself through Fitness Redesigned is understanding there's a mission, vision, and purpose to create a world where positivity, community, and health thrive and happiness is eliminated. Because it's not just about physical strength. It's about mind, body, spirit, and a collective that's going to help you every day nourish your body, my friends. Move with purpose. Cultivate connection. Embrace rest, find purpose and passion, and live every day with gratitude. On that one, I want to ask you to live life in awe and take joy in the ordinary, from the sunrise to the sunsets, to the dogs barking, to children's laughter, to a hug, to a kiss, to a handshake, to a high five, to a smile. If any of that resonates with you, I challenge you to reach out and let's connect. We're looking to build and foster relationships with people that want to go from stuck to empowered, from unstuck to empowered, to ultimately doing things differently, embracing and seeing the world differently, being in a collective of amazing humans 40 and over who want to redesign fitness. So stay tuned for more ways to do that. We're going to come to you about teaching you and educating you and joining us. Ladies, wow, women on weights. Women on weights. If that's something you want to learn about that might have scared you before, it's time to dig in. It's time to learn. We are transforming women's lives one lift at a time. Because with your health, with your strength, you'll build confidence. You'll be able to get off the floor, get off the toilet, get in the truck, climb a mountain, raise your kids. So it doesn't matter whether it's Kilimanjaro or whether it's ultimately putting your luggage in the upper part of the airplane, right? By yourself, right? What does that look like? It's your strength, your power. Fitness Redesigned. Do it differently. Eliminate the barriers. So stay tuned. Click subscribe to learn more. Because I'm going to come at you and introduce the idea of a mastermind of 8 weeks of women on weights. And again, whether you're conquering Kilimanjaro, crossing the Boston Marathon finish line, or effortlessly carrying your own carry-ons without dragging them on the ground behind you, without asking for assistance to put them in the overhead compartment, whether it's picking up your newborn grandson, or helping your husband take his final breaths after 50 years of marriage. That is what strength, resilience, and vitality are all about. So go be amazing, stay strong, and say no to the norm. And let's create a new norm. Be sure to tell those you love them, and never assume they know. And your coach's challenge today to cultivate connection is to text somebody today, tell them you're thinking of them, and expect absolutely nothing in return. Until next time, go be amazing and say no to the norm, because the norm is no longer good enough.